Hi everybody, Crafting Journey here. That Journey chick on Instagram. It's Hump Day. Woohoo! Uh, yeah, my garbage is out. I had to look because I didn't see it. It's behind the car. Um, how was your Tuesday? Got my steps in. If you call those steps, like 2000. I really thought about going out for a walk. The rain finally stopped about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but it was just so damp and wet, and then I would have had to get dressed. What is wrong with my motivation? I just can't seem to get it together. I don't know. Well, that's another story, right? We're not going to go there, Rebecca. Anyway. Yeah, no motivation, none whatsoever. So tonight is supposed to be Craft With Me Wednesday, but don't forget that every other month on Craft With Me Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month, the Crafty Heifer and I are collaborating on the temperature blankets. So every other month we change channels. So this is her month. So tonight I will be on her channel for Craft With Me Wednesday. I don't think that's what she's going to call it. She can call it anything she wants. It's our collaboration. But it will start at the same time, 6 Central. Just find the Crafty Heifer. And if I remember, I'll put a link to her channel down in the description. But we'll be on her channel from 6 Central till 8 Central. If we can last for 2 hours. I don't know, that's a long time. I don't like to go for 2 hours. I know, that's what she said, right? Oh my God, where did that come from? But make sure you put a picture of your progress under hashtag Tempalong 2021, or put it in the Facebook group. But because I would love to show it off tonight during the live. And if you're not so proud of it, that's okay. I'm not that proud of mine either, but I'm going to show you. It's starting to come together. The colors and stuff. I kind of wish I hadn't gone so big on the crochet blanket. My God, it's going to be like a carpet. I'll be able to carpet this entire craft room with my, if I finish it. No, I will finish it. I promise. So put your pictures up so that I can show them off. I know you guys are all out there doing great work on your temperature blankets. And if you're behind, don't worry about it. So am I. So is Crafty Heifer. It's okay. But that's why we come together at the end of every month to encourage each other, hold each other accountable, shame each other into finishing it. Shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. So not a darn thing happened yesterday. I'm telling you what, I told everybody to go to Bev B's live, and then guess who misses it? Me. I decided to work late, and because I'm working on this special project, and it's just I feel like it's going to take me years to finish it. So because I'm working on this special project, I kind of fell behind on my day-to-day work, so I was trying to get caught up with the day-to-day stuff. But anyway, long story short, I missed her live. I sent her a message and apologized because bottom line is I am a terrible friend. Just remember that. My memory lately is just, I don't know, some things stay in this brain and some things just fall out. Okay, that's enough of the ABs. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can kind of show you what I just did. There's some right there. I put some right there, and they're just interspersed in these tulips that are next to the dress. Now this whole thing is upside down. These are her legs and feet, and yeah. And I don't want to turn it around right now, but because this thing is massive. But that's what I'm working on. What are y'all working on? All right, we don't need these anymore. Let's put them away. They're very precious. Precious. My precious. Yes. Today I'm wearing one of my hooded scarves. I don't have the hood up. It's not that cold, but I have a white shirt on, so I thought, well, we need a little color. I need to make some more hooded scarves so I can, in case you guys want to buy some, but I just haven't done it. I know. Again, a terrible friend, huh? Okay, let's get the next. Do I need these? I do need these. I need these. I'm all over the place today. How is the lighting? What do you guys think? I have a ring light now. A big ring light. So that I'm going to try doing some close-ups, some tutorials. It has a thing in the middle that I can put my iPad or my iPhone into, and in the middle of it, and then bring it over the table and perhaps do some tutorials. Wouldn't that be awesome? I just put green diamonds into a green tray. That was pretty smart, huh? Rebecca. There we go. A little contrast never hurt anybody. But it came with this thing, and I have no idea what it is. Like, what is this thing? Also, no instructions, right? I'm surmising that it's going to tell me how much light I need, but first of all, I don't think there's a battery in it. Or is there a battery in here? Okay, wait a minute. Oh, there was a battery. Hold on. There's a battery here. Okay, I'll do that later. Okay. But there was no instructions. See, because it also came with this thing. Oh, this would work my camera, my iPad camera. But I don't think this has a battery in it either. But they only gave me one battery. Things that make you go, Okay. You're like, oh my God, what a boring show today. It's okay, it's Wednesday. We're trying to get over the hump, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to get over the hump. Okay, let's see. Where should we go from here? Let's talk about what national day it is. Oh my God, it's National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day. Now, I don't have any idea why we need a national day for this, because no one needs an excuse to eat anything chocolate covered, especially a raisin. And I particularly enjoy, when I go to the movies, as do a lot of other people, a box of popcorn and some dark chocolate covered raisins. Now, this is just a little secret, guys. Anything you eat at the movie theater has no calories. No. It's just one of those, what do they call it? Little known secrets, of the universe. Yeah, no calories when you go to the movie theater and you get that 5-gallon bucket of popcorn with the butter on it and the chocolate covered raisinets. Which Nestle started making Raisinets in like 1987. Before that, it was a different company, but now Raisinets are the third best-selling candy in the country, which I had no idea that many people liked Raisinets. But eat them in the movie theater, no calories. Just saying. But who in the world has gone to a movie theater in the last year? Oh my God. First of all, it got to be where you would have to take out a mortgage to go to the movie theater. Between paying for the tickets and buying that 2 gallon thing of popcorn, you got to get the big size because you get refills, right? Who refills it, right? Do you refill it? I don't refill it. But you got to get the big size in case you want to refill. Um, and then you got to get something to drink with. So you got to get a Diet Coke or whatever your drink of choice is. And then look at the candy. Oh my God, we pick a candy. Now here's my favorite. I know I'm talking about Raisinets because it's National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day. But my favorite is Milk Duds. Oh my God. At the theater, I love Milk Duds. Popcorn and Milk Duds. Again, no calories, but it costs a freaking fortune. That'll be 92. I'm like, what? What? Yeah, it's expensive to go to the. Plus, I'm sure the theaters are back open. I would assume. So, what color am I doing? Yeah, that one. But I haven't gone. I'd just rather watch Netflix, to be honest with you, than spend all that money at the movie theater. Now, do I sit there and make popcorn? No, because at home it's got all the calories. Yep, calories came back at home. And who needs a 2 gallon bucket of popcorn anyhow? And I just went way far afield of the National Chocolate Covered Raisin Day. So raisins are quite healthy for you. If a lot of people don't like them, but I love me a good raisin. And if you get the dark chocolate, the ones that I like, that's even healthier because it's dark chocolate. It's a nice healthy snack if you get dark chocolate covered raisins. The problem is, you end up eating the entire box. You can't just eat one or two. No, you got to eat the whole box. Yep. And isn't that cool, the sound that it makes? Yeah, I know. I'm weird. I'm weird. Okay, let's talk about Judge, Jury, and Journey. Okay, there's not much to talk about in the George Floyd case. The jury has been picked. We knew that yesterday. They were able to pick one more person yesterday. So they have a jury. Now, I don't know if the judge is going to bring the jury in today and swear them in, or if he's just going to wait till Monday. I haven't figured out. He could bring them in today, swear them in, and then release them till Monday. I don't know. We'll see. But in either case, Monday starts the George Floyd trial, opening statements. So I'm going to try to wrap up the other trial before Monday. So yesterday's testimony in the I keep saying Marissa. Sorry, Marissa. The Michelle Martinko case. I learned everything I did not want to know about DNA. I'm like now a DNA expert. Those poor jurors had to listen to that. Well, so did I, but at one point the judge says, "Can we take a break? I feel like I'm sitting in science class." I thought that was pretty funny. But it was explained very well. So they when they give you a result, they give it to you in probabilities. So what they say is that they found, the one scientist, he came in and he tested the straw, the DNA on the straw, and it matched the DNA from the dress. Now, as you recall, the dress was blood was collected from the dress, blood samples, and it showed there was a male and there was a female. So we know the female was Michelle. So now he compared the straw that they got from the restaurant table to the DNA from the dress, and it matched. They don't use the word match. And what he explained, which I thought was very interesting, like back in the day when it was originally tested, they only tested for 13 markers. Now they test for 21 markers, which is pretty incredible. 21 markers. So he retested it, but he wasn't allowed to go to 21 markers because the evidence had already been tested. The dress had already been tested years ago and was tested on the standard of 13 markers. So he had to use the 13 marker standard. And 12 of the 13 markers on the straw matched the dress. And he said the chance of this being anyone else would be the chance of the DNA from the straw and the DNA from the dress, I'm going to say matching, would be anyone else would be 1 in 100 billion. And they say 100 billion because back when they did 13 markers, they didn't go past 100 billion because that's a huge number. There are only 7 billion people on this planet. 100 billion would be 12 planets. So what they're saying is if you put 12 planets worth of people, you're not going to find a better match than the straw and the dress. So later on, they what he said in his report was he would like to have a sample from the suspect to match it to the straw and the dress. Because the straw wasn't matched, that gave them enough evidence to get a warrant for them to go to the suspect and say, we need a buccal swab, which means we need to go in your mouth and get a swab of DNA. So they did that. And that too came back a match. I'm going to say a match. That's not the language they use. But, to the same thing, 1 in 100 billion. So this is this guy's blood on her dress. I mean, you'd have to look through 100 billion people before you might find another match like that. He said the only other way you would get a match would be if he had an identical twin. Now, I did not know identical twins share DNA, but they do. So he doesn't have an identical twin. So I think this guy's in trouble, to be honest with you. So that was kind of the short version of yesterday's testimony. Now today I think I'm going to be listening to a former cellmate, and I think they have, when they went to arrest this guy, I think they had cameras in the car that they were driving in, and he may have said some things. So I'm curious about that testimony and how that's going to go. Before I sat and listened to all this DNA testimony, I'm thinking, is this really the guy? Come on, but I was pretty convinced after hearing, how good this DNA is. But, the defense attorney made the point that, it's only as good as, how it was maintained and over the years and, chain of custody and I don't know. Like I said, at one point they had to remediate the dress, but they weren't testing the dress again. They had already collected the blood off the dress years ago, so they had the sample from the dress. Um, so I don't think remediating the dress would have done done any harm because they'd already collected the samples. So, but the defense attorney, he's going to make a big deal of it. Oh my God, can you guys hear my dishwasher? Oh my goodness. That's the other thing I was doing. I was sitting listening to that last evening while I was working, and I said to myself, I'm going to work until this guy finishes talking about this DNA. And he went on and on and on. Yeah, those poor jurors. And I believe that when he was giving his testimony, in real time, because this is a trial that happened about a year ago, that I think it happened on a Friday, because the judge was like, have a good weekend. So, yeah, those poor jurors. So maybe not so cool to be on a cold case after all, because you got to listen to all that DNA. There is a case that will be coming up that I don't know if you guys, Lori and Chad Daybell. This is a couple that something mysterious happens to his wife. She dies. They get married, and they're into this weird religious cult type thing, and they go on their honeymoon, and she's got 2 kids, a girl and a boy, and everybody's asking, where are the kids? Where are the kids? Nobody's seen these kids. And this went on for months. Where are the kids? Where are the kids? And finally, after a long time, they find the kids buried in his backyard. So it's Lori and Chad Daybell. They have not been charged with murder, and here's why. It's probable that she hired her brother to commit the murder of her children. But now her brother's dead. Yeah, mysteriously, he's dead too. So all these kinds of mysteries wrapped up here. So let me know if you're interested. That it's probably going to happen later this year, but if you're interested, I'll cover it. I mean, I think it sounds pretty interesting. But who am I, right? Anyway, God. Gosh, let's see. Okay, we can talk about this day in history. Elvis Presley enlists in the Army. He's sworn into the Army. I don't know what raise your right hand. Is that my right hand? Yeah, raise your right hand. And he serves 2 years in the Army. But that's not all that happened this day in history. This day in history, I don't know if y'all remember the Exxon Valdez. Oh my God, what a disaster. The captain of the ship, this was this huge oil tanker, a super tanker, and they're navigating off Prince William Sound in southern Alaska. And the captain had been drinking, so he lets this unlicensed pilot navigate the ship, and he runs it aground. And it spilled. Hello?
Hi, this is Barbara, and I'm giving you a call from the dealer service center.
What? They want to offer me a warranty. Yeah, okay. So when the ship ran aground, it spilled an estimated 11 million gallons of oil. 11 million gallons, guys. They could not stop the leak. It contaminated 700 miles of the Alaskan shoreline. A lot of, wildlife was contaminated with this oil. There was a lot of, rehab that had to go on to clean up that coastline and help out those animals. Um, Horrible, horrible disaster. But the captain of the ship, he was charged with negligence. And he was sentenced to, what was he sentenced to? Oh, here. He was convicted of misdemeanor negligence, not felony, misdemeanor. He was fined $50,000 and ordered to perform 1,000 hours of community service. However, the Alaskan court overturned his conviction. Citing a federal statute that says if you report an oil spill, you're granted freedom from prosecution. Can you believe that? So this captain just went on his merry way. But now Exxon, the National Transportation Safety Board, they met and they negotiated this settlement between Exxon and Alaska, and Exxon agreed to a penalty of $100 million and provided $1 billion over a 10-year period for the cost of the cleanup. However, Alaska and Exxon rejected that agreement. They said, nah, we're not going to do it. I don't know how you come to an agreement and then say, nah, we don't like that agreement. So Exxon only paid $25 million, which was like 4% of the cost of the cleanup, that's criminal right there. Oh my God. Criminal. So, yeah, ridiculous. But I do remember when that happened. What year was that? That was 1989. What was I doing in 1989? 1989. I was still married. 89. Okay, my son was 9 years old and my daughter was 4 or 5 years old. 5 years old. We were living in Hollywood, Florida. Oh, those were good days. I was working as a nurse. Yeah. Interesting. Brings back memories. 1989. The 80s were pretty good to me. I had pretty good 80s. The 90s were interesting, but the 80s, I like the 80s. So don't forget, tonight, after Crafty Heifer and I finish our collaboration live, I'm going to go live. I'm going to do a separate live to draw a winner for the March yarn giveaway. Today is March 24th. This is the day I said I would do the drawing. It's going to be a random comment picker on the internet. I'll show it on the screen. But make sure that you're entered. I'll put a little card up here. You can click on that and make sure that you're entered. Make sure you like this video if you enjoy the content. Subscribe to my channel. Whenever I do a giveaway, you must be subscribed to the channel to have a chance at the giveaway. And I do check. Yes, I have a way to check. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel for the giveaways. And ring the bell when you want to know when I have another video posted, because I post daily, Monday through Sunday. The morning show. Dude, I need a theme song. Oh, I need breakfast. I need a new cup of coffee. I need a lot of things, but that ain't gonna happen. Bye, everybody. I will see you tonight in the Crafty Heifers Live. I will put a link to that into the description. If she puts up the card, or the thumbnail, I'll try to put that in as well. So you guys have a great Wednesday. Make sure to take your garbage out. Love y'all. Bye.